Good morning, Cityside. It is so good to see so many of you beautiful people. It's great to be here on this wonderful, sunny, perfect summer Chicago day. Many of us here look like we're going on a resort vacation with our clothing. Hey, that's how you know it's summer. So I'd love you to just take a moment to center in. Breathe in, put your feet on the floor if you wish, your choice. But just take in this moment of connection and community. This idea that all is as it should be in the moment. All is good. All is love. Where I am, God is, and where I stand, God is standing strong. Where I breathe, God is breathing life in and out and through me, as me. Where I sing, God is, and where I dance, joy lifts my feet. Oh, and where I live, beauty's flowing free in and out and through me, as me. And where I doubt, where you doubt, God is the faith in me. And where I cry, God is the comfort there. Oh, and where I seek, God is the answer, here and now, forever and ever and ever. Where I speak, truth is, and where I work, love is my career, and where I play, God is playing boldly in and out and through me, as me, and as you. God is, joy is, life is, love is, yes, truth is, my work is all. Sing and play, dance and feel, life is for you. God is, and joy, truth, love, joy is, yes, for you.
Thank you, Tiffany and Greg. Good morning to you all, and welcome to Cityside. I am Eric Todd Rushing, and I serve as Sunday director. No, I serve as director of community here. Whoops, that changed recently. And each week you can come on down to Fulton Street Collective and join us in person. You can always join the live stream by clicking the Watch Online button in the header. And please check out our online Sunday bulletin. It's on the homepage of our website. There you'll be able to follow along with today's service, see the lyrics, affirmations, registrations, and other important things. So for those of you who are in the room, this takes the place of the former paper program. So in a few minutes, we're going to say the mission statement. So if you don't know it, you can go to the online Sunday bulletin, click on it, and then you'll be able to read it and follow along with us today. And we encourage everyone to like us on social media, help us spread the word about Cityside, share the live stream link, check in on Facebook, and let people know that you are here today. Cityside is affiliated with the Centers for Spiritual Living, and we are about practical spirituality that empowers you to create the life that you want. We honor all paths, practice oneness, and embrace new thought and wisdom teachings. We are committed to providing a supportive community where you can explore and deepen in your own spiritual path by connecting to the spirit and wisdom within you. And licensed spiritual practitioner Connie Hodak is holding vigil today, a meditative state holding the space for all of us to have a transformative experience. Our June theme is Divine Reciprocity, strengthening your use of mental equivalence. And today, Reverend Darrell Jones is here with his message, Can You Feel It? Fuel the power of your thoughts with feeling. And I'm really looking to you to answer my questions about this, because one of the hurdles I have in the past few years after being with these teachings for a number of years, I don't have trouble convincing my mind what the truth is. Like, there's not a doubt in my mind, but sometimes my heart is quiet around those things. So I am looking to feel it some more, so I look forward to today. And you will find the vision and mission statement in our online Sunday bulletin, and I would ask all of you to join together and speak it aloud. We envision an empowered community living unconditional love in action. Our mission is to create safe spaces to explore and deepen our faith, grow in spiritual relationship, and connect with our authentic nature.
Come on. If you've been stressing, you've been hurting, it's gonna be alright. I know times get so hard, but you can cry, but not tonight. I know just what you came for. Get up on the dance floor, or wherever you are, while the DJ's breaking it down. Ain't no telling what we're gonna do, 'cause I'm gonna break through and take you where it feels so good. Ain't no telling what we're gonna do, 'cause I'm gonna take you and break you and take you where it feels so good. All I wanna do is get in touch with you, to be real, how you feel. Everybody goes through things sometimes, so let your mind just be free. Anything you wanna be, but whatever you do, let this music get to you. Ain't no telling what you're gonna do, 'cause I'm gonna break through and take you where it feels so good. Ain't no telling what we're gonna do, 'cause I'm gonna take you and break it and take you where it feels so good. We gon' tear it up, listen to the morning shining light. Oh, something that can soothe your mind. Baby, let your body free. Anything you wanna be, just let go, and you will see. It's time to break through. Cities that'll take you there. Get your hands in the air and let your heart unfold. A little something for your soul, and it feels so good. I got the whole world saying how she feels so good. I'm a gift God given and a ribbon in the sky so fly. I'm a ride like a queen so high to inspire you and open you all at the top. Spirit and given, that's what we came to do. A force of love to see it through. Unity and community united we stand. I raise a fist, take a knee, believe what we can do as we stand together in this beautiful truth. Come on. Ain't no telling what you're gonna do, 'cause I'm gonna break through. Take you where it feels so good. Ain't no telling what we're gonna do, 'cause I'm gonna take you and take you where it feels so good. Ain't no telling what we're gonna do, 'cause I'm gonna break through and take you where it feels so good. Take you where it feels so good.
Well, if this is your first time joining us, whether in person or online, we want to welcome you and thank you for being in community with us today. You can join our mailing list by clicking on the subscribe button in the header of our website. We would love to stay connected with you. And if you consider Cityside your spiritual home, please consider affirming your membership by going to the My Cityside page of the website. There you can read more about membership and fill out the membership form. You're missing your cue. Cityside continues to honor public health guidelines for the safety of our community. Beginning Sunday, January 20th, we will update our process for in-person participation for the Sunday service. Reservations will no longer be required. And masks for fully vaccinated people are not required. If you are not vaccinated, we encourage you to wear a mask and social distance in accordance with the CDC guidance. Masks will be available if you decide you are more comfortable wearing one, and doors will continue to open at 10:15 a.m. We are grateful for the flexibility and support of this community as we have come together over this past year to navigate an unusual time. But most of all, we are excited to see the many smiles gathered here on Sundays in the future. So whether it is through education, study groups, or prayer, we hope that you will lean into this community and deepen in your spiritual growth. And speaking of education, I want to invite licensed spiritual practitioner John Adams up to talk about a brand new 5-week class beginning this Tuesday with John and Krista Bremberg.
Hello, good morning, hello. Hi, how are you? I'm good. I was thinking this is coming at the end. Oh my goodness. So we're doing this class starting on Wednesdays, and it's on mental equivalence. So, I like to think about, I was thinking about this on the drive over. There's this story in the Bible, there's many stories in the Bible, but one of them is about this guy who was lame on a mat. And Jesus walks by and goes, WTF, get up and walk. And he does. This guy does. And you know what the miracle was in that moment? It was the guy on the mat. His worldview, his understanding of who he was in the world completely changed because this other person completely believed and saw him in this different light. And so that's what mental equivalence is really going to do. We're going to get audacious. We're going to think of ourselves in a brand new life, in a brand new way, how we relate to really everything, how we show up. And we're going to make some radical changes. So if you're looking to make that change, if you're looking to start to break through limitations, if you're looking to stop living sort of the life that's fine, it's fine, and live a life that is exciting and dynamic and all the things that you've dreamed, come join us Wednesday nights. We're going to have a blast. It's 5 weeks. It's incredible. We're going to hack this spiritual technology, and we're going to have a ball doing it. So I hope you join us.
Good morning. Am I on? There we go. Good morning. I'm Gordon Dickinson, one of your licensed spiritual practitioners, and I'm here to share a reading related to today's message, to facilitate a brief meditation, as an opportunity to reflect on the reading, and then to offer a blessing for this service. Today's reading is from Mental Equivalence by Emmett Fox, and here it is. You will get whatever you provide the mental equivalent for. Charge it with interest, like an electric charge, or it is dead. Love is the only way. You cannot be interested in a thing unless you love it. If you love it, it is filled with interest. It is filled with energy and life, and it comes true. Do not dwell on negative things, but replace them, supplant them with the right, constructive things. The law of mind is that you can only get rid of one thought by substituting another. If you will start in this very day and refuse to think of your mistakes, and of course that includes mistakes of other people, if you will cease to think of mistakes and hold the right concepts instead, cease to think fear and think divine love instead. Cease to think lack and think prosperity in the presence of God's abundance instead. And then, if you will think as clearly as possible and get interested, you will be building a mental equivalent of happiness and prosperity. Now I invite you to turn within and enter a time of stillness and reflect on divine reciprocity. Take a few deep breaths. And for the next few minutes, open your awareness to new possibilities. I invite you to return to our shared space while remaining anchored in the knowledge that Spirit is present in all of us. Right here, right now, I recognize that there is one power and presence that I call God, that is the source of wholeness, of love, of wisdom, of clarity, of peace and joy. I know that everyone in this room and everyone participating online is whole, perfect, and complete. We are all one with this source of wholeness, love, peace, and joy that lives in, as, and through all of us. From this place of oneness, I bless our gathering today. I bless Cityside and the space of love, healing, and wholeness that this community creates. I bless all the hearts and hands that have come together today to make this service happen, including Keith, Dom, Tiffany, Greg, Connie, and E.T. And I bless Reverend Darrell, knowing he is divinely appointed to share his message this morning. I bless everyone participating in this service, knowing we share the gifts we receive from this community with our broader communities in Chicago and beyond. I bless it all and call it good. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Gordon. I also want to thank you for quoting God is in and as and through us. I caught that with John quoting Gonna Break Through. So weaving in that story of lyric and inspiration through these songs. So today this just came to me, and I was looking through a song list, and for myself, I think for everyone, that idea of making something happen for ourselves, you know, we think about that on the regular basis. So this is a little Mariah Carey for you. Not more than 3 short years ago, I was abandoned and alone, without a penny to my name, so very young and so afraid, no proper shoes upon my feet. Sometimes I couldn't even eat, I often cried myself to sleep, but still I had to keep on going, never knowing if I could take it, if I could make it through the night. I held on to my faith, struggled and I prayed. Oh, and now I found my way, yes. If you believe in yourself enough and know what you want, RUSS is making it happen. He's making it happen. And if you get down on your knees at night and pray to the Lord, she's gonna make it happen. Make it happen. I know life can be so tough and you feel like giving up, but you must be strong, baby, just hold on. You'll never find the answers if you throw your life away. I used to feel the way you do, still I had to keep on going. I never knowing if I could take it, if I could make it through the night. I held on to my faith, struggled and I prayed until I found my way, yes. If you believe in yourself enough and know what you want, you're gonna make it happen. Make it happen, yes. And if you get down on your knees at night and pray to the Lord, she's gonna make it happen. Make it happen. Ooh. If you believe in yourself enough and know what you want, you're gonna make it happen. Make it happen, yes. And if you get down on your knees at night and pray to the Lord, she's gonna make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen, Reverend D. Reverend Jones is in the house, Cityside.
All right, let's make it happen, people. Good morning. Cityside in the literal house, Cityside in the virtual house. What's going on? We are here to get to it, so let's do it. Hey. June's theme is divine reciprocity, strengthening your use of mental equivalence. The title, Can You Feel It? Can you feel it? As I said it, I got chills. Literally, can you see them? That's awesome. So I can feel it. I hope that you can feel it. And it's this feeling behind the thoughts that fuel our conscious work. If you were not here, if you weren't online last week when Reverend Russ brought us into this conversation, or maybe this idea of mental equivalence, you're kind of like, wait, what? we're talking about the law. The book, Mental Equivalence by Emmett Fox, I bought it for 99 cents electronically. It is maybe a 30-minute read, maybe a 45-minute read. But the duration, the quantity of words have nothing to do with the strength and the impact of the message. It is succinctly putting into your hands and into your mind the use of this law, the use of this power as it relates to our consciousness. Now, we're going to get to the feeling in a little bit towards the end there. One of the things I want to just, in terms of the law, what we're talking about is creation, creativity. And in particular, as it relates to our mental self, it is the law of cause and effect. Most of us play in the world of effect, right? That is how we live. We stub our toe when we feel something. We're in the effect, we're in the experience. But for all of humanity, before anything came out into the world as some expression, there was an idea, there was a thought, there was a, I wonder if this would work. That is the mental equivalent. That is the cause, and that's where we're going to play today. Exploring mental equivalence, though, is not simply just a mental or mind activity. We need to use our full self, not just above the neck, the entire body, inside and out. The full power of mental equivalence is not actualized only in a mental image or an idea held in mind. That is just the beginning. That's the beginning, that's the spark, that's the good stuff. It needs energy to move. It needs energy to express. It needs energy in feeling behind those thoughts. That's when I ask, can you feel it? Can you feel the energy behind what you think? Can you feel the energy behind what you believe? So like a battery, both ends of the battery have to be connected in order for the energy to be released, right? And so in this practice of mental equivalence, this second chapter is what I'm focusing on, and he's talking about this universal polarity, that there's something to be said for this like positive and negative charge. You need to have both ends of yourself connected, just as you need a battery connected. So the thought is just one end of connection. The other thing that's required is feeling. When we have both of those consciously in our mind and in our awareness and in our control and management, oh my gosh, life is activated in a most exhilarating way. So today we're going to uncover a little bit more understanding around the idea of mental equivalence, but then also some practices. I'm always about taking it to this soul gym, if you will, right? The place where you work out your spirituality. So what are the practices and exercises that are going to help you activate this mental equivalent powerfully? I want to go back to the reading that Gordon read. You will get whatever you want. So for those of you who are sticklers for quotes, this is a hodgepodge. I took one sentence from here and another sentence from there and another sentence from over there. You know, there's always the filler of what the author writes. I tried to get succinct, but it's still all his words, and I think they're brilliant. You will get whatever you provide the mental equivalent for. You get that, right? All right? Charge it with interest like an electric charge, or it is dead. Love is the only way. You cannot be interested in a thing unless you love it. If you love it, it is filled with interest, it is filled with energy and life, and it comes true. Do not dwell on negative things, but replace them, supplant them with the right constructive things. The law of mind is that you can only get rid of one thought by substituting another. If you will start in this very day and refuse to think of your mistakes, and of course, that includes the mistakes of other people, take a deep breath. If you will cease to think of mistakes and hold the right concepts instead, cease to think fear and think divine love. Cease to think lack and think prosperity and God's abundance. And then if you will think as clearly as possible and get interested, you will build a mental equivalent of happiness and prosperity. Sounds good, right? Sounds somewhat simple, right? Think the thing happens. But there's a lot of stuff that happens in between when we first think the thing and when the thing happens. This is, to me, what got lost, if any of you were back in the 2000s when The Secret came out, and that was a big, big, big attractor field in this country and in this planet to get into this law of creation and positive thinking. There was a little bit of an oversimplification that happens there, because if I could truly just think one thought and then all of a sudden my life changed, we would all be living very different lives. But we are human, and we have this interesting thing, not only our personality, but our psychology and our spirituality, which we're going to get into in a minute. So my goal today, and my intention today, is for all of us to walk away with a greater understanding of our personal spirituality. But as I alluded to, I also want us to take a look at our personal psychology. Now, I'm not a therapist, I'm not saying that I am, but all of us have some awareness, or can have awareness, of the psychology that we hold with our spirituality. And just like that battery, when we are conscious of our spirit and we're conscious of our psychology and our thoughts and our beliefs, and we consciously bring them together to align, that's when the power happens. Your mind and attention is powerful. I would dare say it's the most powerful thing that you own. It is greater than any amount of money that you will ever have in your bank account. It is greater than any car you will drive, the clothes you will wear. The power of your mind and your attention is greater than any family member, any partner, spouse, friend, child, who's in government, who's not in government. The most powerful thing on the planet is your attention and your mind. And the challenge is that most of us give up this power. Yeah? We believe we're doing good things, that we're good stewards of our mind. We believe that we are contributing members of society, that we are wholeheartedly believing the right thing. However, I want to argue and challenge us to get really humble today that our best intentions, goodwill, and creative power are constantly being hijacked by fear. Do a little mental game with me here. Take a deep breath in and close your eyes. There's no efforting on your part. Just allow images, feelings, sensations, ideas come into your awareness as I mention some of these topics. Social justice, the economy, wellness and healthcare, diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, romantic partnership, family, friends, our nation's food supply, global warming. As I mention these topics, how many of you found yourself thinking about what you really want and desire for yourself in the world? Or did you find your attention going to what was wrong, what was broken, or even corrupt in our world? Did anyone go to corrupt, broken, and wrong? Okay, that's all right. I imagine that all of us had some thoughts that were attached to fear, anger, resentment, mistrust, blame, shame, and hate even. This isn't an exercise in finding something good about ourselves or bad about ourselves. Let's let this be an exercise of personal awareness. This is where we get into the psychology, right? Where we become aware of what we think. Recognize how the mind, with no real scrutiny or critical thinking on your part, goes to thoughts, and not only thoughts, but to strong feelings about these topics, right? You didn't have to effort about it at all. It was completely passive. I mentioned a couple of words, boom, something was there. So let's try it one more time. Now that you have a little bit more awareness, you're not trying to coerce or change anything just yet. I just want you to become aware of what comes into mind as I say these topics. Deep breath in, close the eyes, social justice, the economy, wellness and healthcare, diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, romantic partnership, your bank account, family, friends, politics, our nation's food supply, global warming. If you find yourself giving your attention in a way that you would not want to be your first choice, then consider what you do want in relationship to this. Do you know what you actually want? Not what you want to fix, not who you want to blame, but what is it that you see as social justice? What is the mental equivalent that you hold in your mind for a socially just world? What about the economy? Do you know what you actually want, or do you only know what you don't want? This is what Emmett Fox and so many New Thought leaders challenge us to harness the power of our thoughts and our feelings. Realize that we are always in the process of creating mental equivalents. Not just when we choose to. We are always creating mental equivalents. It doesn't matter if the thing is good or bad, creative or destructive, healthy or unhealthy. Our thoughts and our feelings are creating mental equivalents for something all of the time, nonstop. And that which gets most of our attention, to use some Ernest Holmes language, the sum total of our thoughts and feelings, that's where we give full expression and power to manifest. So that's why I highlighted this reading. I want to come back to it again. You will get whatever you provide the mental equivalent for, period. Whether you like it or not, if you are giving it your attention regularly, consistency, and it is full of fervor and energy. In the book, he talks about how individuals will say, I am prosperous and the universe brings to me all that I need. And he kind of writes it in a tone like I just said, flat and bland. And then you ask the same person who just said, I am prosperous and life gives me everything that I need. You start asking them something about health, their personal health. Oh my God, my health is so bad. And you can hear the tone that shifted, the energy that came into those words. Which one of those two statements do you think has more power in mind? The world is bringing to me everything that I need. My health is so bad. And I'm oversimplifying it, but that's just how simple it is. We are constantly speaking, thinking ideas and thoughts in our mind, and some of them have real energy and fuel behind them, and some of them are a little surface thin, if you will. And oftentimes the things that we really want, we need to double check and get clear on, do we have a feeling? Can you feel what you want? Not just can you speak the word, right? So we need to get back into that space of feeling. And here's, I think, one of the interesting challenges that we have right now in the history that we're currently living in. We have been conditioned to fear. Period. That is part of our animal life. But today, what has been happening for the past 18 months? The message that we constantly listen to when we turn on the radio, the TV, you talk to friends, we get this thing called, anyone familiar with the term confirmation bias? Right? So we seek out things, we read things that just confirms our own beliefs. And we have been in this weird confirmation bias loop collectively as a culture that we need to fear one another and fear life, that nothing is for us, that everything is against us. That is crap. It will always be crap. And I'm putting energy and fuel and stronger words behind that because I want to affirm for all of us that there is only love, there is only possibility, there is only creativity, there is only freedom. But we need to break out of that. And here's the thing, we have been in a space of conditioning. We are creatures of habit. So Eric Todd, to your statement of like, sometimes I'm just not feeling it. We have not been in the practice of feeling joy. We have not been in the practice of feeling good. We have not been in the practice of connecting. So we've lost a little bit of that muscle memory. So right now, what we need to do is, even if we don't have the automatic like goosebump feeling, we need to engage in practices that allow us to feel something again, and in particular, allow us to feel something good. Allow us to feel something good. Do you know what you want? Do you know what you want? Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Do you have mental equivalence? Sometimes you may, but do you have the feeling? Can you feel it? I'm really looking forward to joining all of us in this room and anyone watching online in the suggested practice for this week, because I think it's something that we could all use to kind of reset ourselves. I challenge everyone to go on a media fast. Has anyone ever fasted with food before? Right? So there's lots of different ways that you fast, but ultimately it's a restriction, right? Where you are taking away things, and when it comes to diets and things like that, you're taking away things that inflame you, right? That's where a lot of our physical challenges come from. We cut out the inflammatory things. Well, guess what? Half, if not all of the media that you listen to is inflammatory. And I'm not trying to say you should watch CNN or you should watch Fox. All of it is inflammatory because you're not following your own heart and your own feelings. You're giving away your power and the power of your focus and attention and mind to someone else's words. That's just it. This is principle. So this fast that I invite you into is to unplug, to detoxify a bit, and see what it is that you want. Detox and see what are the thoughts that are moving around your mind. Because here's the thing that's going to be kind of weird. If you really jump on this detox, social media detox with me, you're going to feel an urge and a want to connect to it. Right? Just like if you've been eating sugar for a lot and all of a sudden you cut it out, you're going to wake up the next morning and you may feel a headache, you may shake, because your body's yearning for something that's been there. If you are waking up every single morning and the first thing you do is you start scrolling, you open up a newspaper, you turn on the radio, and things start to inundate you with thoughts, in particular, lots of fear, when you stop doing that, your body's been accustomed to that. Your mind and attention has become accustomed to that. So it's going to crave for it and yearn for it. Be kind with yourself. Be patient with yourself. If you want greater power in your ability to manifest and create in your life, then start with increasing your understanding of where your time, energy, and attention is flowing. Disrupt much of the automated thinking in your life and expand your critical thinking capacity by noticing where your attention is drawn when it doesn't have anywhere to go. Notice where your attention is leaning to, what it's wanting to go to when it doesn't have anywhere to go. Again, initially, it may start leaning towards things that you actually don't want. And you have some beautiful insight, though, there. Don't let that be proof that, oh, I can't do this, I'm broken. You are giving yourself some wonderful insight and awareness to choose. You're putting yourself back into the seat of choice. You're putting yourself back into the space of cause. We're letting go of the effect, and we are embracing the power within. Emmett Fox goes on in the book to say the successful person gets interested in what they do want to do and gets rid of the things that they are not interested in. We spend a lot of time and energy and effort and concentration and conviction and on energy on things that we're really not that interested in or things that we don't want to fuel with our energy. Once we supplant that, to use his word, once we unplug from it, then we can substitute and start dropping in the words, the mental equivalents of what we actually do want. But here's the thing. This is not a planning practice. We are not here to come up with a magical equation. This is how I get to $5,000 extra next month. No, we are looking at, I desire freedom, I desire abundance, I desire agility in my ability to do things in the world. These are much bigger and greater ideas than one specific dollar amount or a partner showing up that looks a very specific way. We want to embrace this large, beautiful, expansive capacity of the Spirit. Can you feel that? Can you feel that? Fuel the power of your mind, not just going through an intellectual exercise, but incorporating the entire body of your spirit. The feeling nature, the heart center. Sit in the space of intrigue and interest and allow yourself to get excited about whatever you want to hold in mind. Allow yourself to get excited. Remember we talked about that idea that we've kind of trained ourselves into just one or two gears of emotions, the biggest one being fear for the past year. That's an easy space for all of us to go to. Let yourself get familiar again. Let your muscle memory return to, oh, I know how to get excited about stuff. I know how to be hopeful. I know how to be willful and intentional. Yes, let me practice that. Even if you don't know how something may come to pass, this is working with the power of mind, creative law, and mental equivalence. Charging your practice with the mind as well as the heart. Let go of needing any proof of anything for the next week and let your experience of living prove to you that you have a powerful mind that is yours to own and direct. And where and how we direct it is the power of mental equivalence. And the power of this practice can look in a lot of different ways. It can be prayer. It can be visualization. It can even be storyboarding if you want to get fun with it and get tactile with it. You can use affirmations. Even let yourself experience laughter and joy. There were a couple of moments during the shelter in place where I was just like, I got to watch a stand-up comedian. And I laughed my butt off, and it was like weirdly foreign. I was like, oh. But the release, the opening, the softening within me allowed something to awaken once again. That's what we want to do, is awaken the feeling nature of ourselves and powerfully partner it with the thoughts of our minds, choosing where we place it. Practice feeling. Practice feeling. This may need to be your focus. Maybe it's not about the thing. Maybe it's just about letting yourself feel. But the goal, the intent, the charge is to practice, practice, practice. We are not practicing to be perfect. You are already perfect. We are practicing to evolve habit. The habit of holding in place the thing that you desire, trusting and believing that you have the capacity to partner with the creative law of life to make it happen. And by staying there and cultivating that as much as you can, guess what comes to pass? The thing itself. Let's take this into prayer, people. Right where you are, breathe and call into mind something that you desire, the thing you want. And if you don't know what you want, just say, I know what I want. Affirm that to yourself right now. I know what I want. I know what I desire. See the thing, if you do know what it is, in your mind and hold it there. And know that all is coming to and through you. Let the energy of your mind and your feeling partner. Your conviction your attitude, your attention. This mind is the most powerful thing that you own. Don't give it away. Reclaim it today. Reactivate it, refuel it, re-energize it. Feel the power that is within you. Plug in.
Feel the power. Feel the power. I know, I have this within me to feel the power. Feel the power.
There is a powerful presence that is not outside of you, it is within you. This is the power of the law of creativity, of cause and effect. And it finds and iterates and expresses itself right here and right now in your mind. It needs a cause. It needs a mental image to activate and bring into the world. You are the place of this expression. So let us bless our minds. Let us bless our hearts. Let us bless the feelings that are here. Let us bless the internal barometer that allows and guides and directs us to positive and negative, to know what is ours to hold in mind. And as we refine this understanding, as we refine this practice of letting go of the things that we actually don't want to give our attention to and embracing that which we do, not only will the individual world expand, but our collective experience will know joy, will know peace, will know sufficiency, will know health and wholeness, will know abundance, will know creativity, will know freedom, will know all of the things that our hearts desire, because it is the natural state of who we are. So let us return there over and over and over and over again, letting us practice, come back to the mental equivalent that you are whole, you are complete, you are divine, you are love. How grateful I am for us to have scratched the surface of this powerful mind of ours today. Let us continue to take this practice into the rest of this week, unplugging from the external world and plugging in to this internal truth. We let that fuel and power all of our creative energy heretofore. And so it is. Amen.
And so it is. Thank you, Reverend Darrell Jones,
Thank you,
for that
everybody.
message. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for reminding me that sometimes if I want to feel joy, I just need to practice joy. And I don't even have to know what I want. I can still practice joy, and maybe just practicing joy is the answer to what I want. So thank you for that. Cityside is supported by our community through the gifts of your time, your talent, and your contributions. Together, we practice conscious giving and support Cityside in creating the space and experience of all of us being in community. And on the giving page of our website, you can find some easy ways to give. You can make a one-time gift electronically, set up recurring giving, make a request to receive the giving address and give by mail. And you can use text to give. You just text the word give 312-757-8111. That's 312-757-8111. If it's your first time using text to give, you'll receive instructions to get set up. And then in the future, you just need to text the number, the amount you would like to give. And to give in person, you can use the giving box over to the corner here. And as we make our gifts, I just want to draw us into a time of gratitude before we give. So take a moment to just center yourself around your week and all the places that you interacted with the flow of good. So just breathe into that space, close your eyes, and reflect back. When did good show up for you this week? When did the flow come to you? Maybe it was in friendship. Maybe it was something in your job. Maybe it was an answered prayer. And just focus in on that good. And then turn to your gift. And share that gratitude with your gift and give from that place. And then let us affirm our giving affirmation together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am.
I'm not going back, I'm moving ahead, here to declare to you, my past is over in you, all things are made new, surrender my life to God, I'm moving forward. Oh, I'm moving forward. Said I'm moving forward. Yes. Oh. You make all things new, yes, you make all things new, and I will follow you forward. Said you make all things new, yes, you make all things new, and I will follow you forward.
Thank you so much for your gifts and your contributions to this community. And special thanks to our Sunday team for making today possible. Keith, Dom, Tiffany, Greg, Don, Connie, Gordon, Ted for being at Welcome today, and Reverend Darrell. And we look forward to being with you next week as our spiritual director, Reverend Amy Daniels, continues our June theme, Divine Reciprocity, strengthening the use of your mental equivalence. And finally, don't leave with anything heavy on your heart. If you are in need of prayer support and you're here today, please find Connie or Gordon. And if you are home and need prayer support, just hop to the website, click on the support tab. You can fill out a form and write a written request or request a practitioner to call you and pray with you in person. But before we leave today, I want to take a moment to invite Reverend Amy up as we celebrate Reverend Russ Laguerre.
Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, Russ is leaving this week in his car to go to California. And Russ, will you come up? And Don, can you bring the other thing in here? I have an assistant. So I just want to say to you, thank you for all that you have done for Cityside the last 4 years. I feel a little choked up. You know, you've done a little bit of everything when I think about it. Running the live stream, serving at service, serving on the board, teaching classes, doing whatever we had to do, whether it was glamorous or unglamorous, a lot of the latter. And I just want to say thank you, and we're going to miss you, but we're always going to be your family, so you don't get to leave us. We're just like going on a vacation, and you get to come back. So we've put together a few gifts for you. Reverend Linda couldn't be here because she had her daughter's dance recital, but she put together, and this is from everybody, a little road trip gift, which things for you to have in the car that are going to make you think about Chicago. And then We also got you can open it later, but it's hopefully you don't already have one, a leather-bound Science of Mind, which every minister needs. So I just want to say thank you. We're going to miss you, but we hope you'll come visit too. You want to say anything?
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah, thank you. So yes, I don't have a leather-bound copy of The Science of Mind. My copy is falling apart, which I feel like those are the best copies, right? You know, the ones that you just kind of leafed through so many times that they're just disintegrating. But it's rare, and I think Reverend Darrell and Reverend Amy can attest to this, that a minister can be in front of people and not have words, and I don't have words. I just have a lot of feelings, and you know, you can probably hear that in my voice. I'm not really good at showing my feelings in front of other people, but man, y'all are bringing them out. So I appreciate you. I appreciate that you continue to show up here at Cityside, and I really look forward to see Cityside taking off even more when the COVID restrictions are lifted, and then everybody can come and party like Darrell told. But Darrell, man, you just told us to party today. That's what you're telling us. Like, let's just party, man. That's cool. I'm cool with that. So, yeah, seriously, you all are amazing, and I am really grateful that I got to have this experience here at Cityside. And please know, I'm taking you with me to California. And I'm taking you to wine country too, so.
Yeah.
You know, I did say party, right? And I'll be thinking of all of you as I'm getting to know this new community that I'm going to too, just knowing that we are all one CSL. We're all working towards this world that works for everyone. So thank you. Thank you especially to Amy for being my mentor and my teacher for these past, what has it been, like 3-4 years now? Reverend Darrell, I have to say thank you to you too, because it seems fitting that you're the last talk I would see here, because you were also my entryway into Science of Mind so many years ago back in Lincoln Square. And yeah, I mean, you know, maybe the universe is circular, who knows? So I really appreciate everyone, and I think I better give it back to Amy, because now I did find my words, and we got to end the service.
But before you guys start singing, we do have some cupcakes and some gluten-free bars and some water in the back of the room. So if you want to wish Russ well and have a little treat, we haven't been able to eat anything for a long time at service, so we hope that you'll stay for a few minutes and visit. Okay?
And one thing that I will say that I noticed before I sing the last song is whenever he gets feelings, all of a sudden, like, he has this southern drawl. He says, y'all. He says, y'all. He says, y'all.
It's so weird, because I grew up in the Midwest.
I know. So that's why I think it's cute. When the heart starts to, and the emotions start to go, he goes into a southern past life. And then the other thing that I will say is, you know, there is no better gateway drug than Darrell Jones. You know, there's no better. So, and from the years at Bodie, from Magnolia, Russ, I have witnessed you grow into the beautiful human that you are. And I think
And now our singer has
yeah, and that's not good because I can't sing. You have grown so much, and we're all proud of you because you have done exactly what I've sung about today. You've made it happen. You've had breakthroughs, and you've understood the importance of knowing that God is love and joy, and through all of that fight in the beginning, which you shared last week, of walking into and knowing your spirituality, it's really been a joy to witness you now become this reverend. And I wish you well on your way, and just know that you're home there and you're home here. We love you. just know you're not alone. Yeah, I'm gonna stop this. Sorry. We need to figure out the right key. That's just what happens. Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road, and all this wave is stringing us along. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to those demons, they fill you with fear. And all the trouble that might drag you down, if you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Ooh, go to that chorus again. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. Trouble that might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. Thank you so much, Reverend D. Jones. We love you, Russ. Happy Sunday, Cityside.